Okay, so first of all, I'm going to search for Google Trends 2025 and then go to Year in Search 2025. Then I will filter this just for the United States. And then we want to look at the trending search terms. And here we have the top 10 search terms in the United States in 2025. I will hold down Control and click on this so we can open up the chart in a new window. Then I want to filter this again for the United States and also change the time period so that it is a full year and it is 2025 and OK. Now this data is the interest over time, so if we have a look at this part here, it's the numbers represent search interest relative to the highest point on the chart for the given region and time. A value of 100 is the peak popularity for the term. A value of 50 means that the term is half as popular. A score of 0 means that there was not enough data for this term. We can download this data by clicking here and getting the data as a CSV file. And I will save this. Then I'll go back to the other tab and select the second search term. Control-C to copy this. Go back to the chart and then Control-V to paste and enter. And this will update the chart and I can then download the CSV file for this data. And I'll go back to the other tab and select the third search term, copy it, paste it, and then download the CSV file for this data. And I'm going to do that for all of the search terms, so I'll speed this part up. Now that I've got all of the data that I want, I'll open up the folder where all of these CSV files have been saved to. I'll click and drag to select all of them and then open them. It will take a second for all of these to open. And all of these files are laid out in the same way. So we have the weeks of the year in the first column, and then in the second column we have how often each of the things was searched for. Now that all of the files are open, I'm going to open up a blank Excel spreadsheet. And we'll start by going to the first CSV file. And because of the way the files are numbered, this is really file 0. And I'll select both of the columns and use Control-C to copy. And then Alt-Tab is the keyboard shortcut to go back to the previous file. And then I will use Control-V to paste. Then we need the data from the next file, so this is file number 1. This time I only need to copy the second column because the first column with the weeks is always the same. And then Alt-Tab to get back to my Excel spreadsheet and then paste in those values. Then we need file number 2 and I'll copy this and Alt-Tab and then paste this and then file number 3 and copy this and Alt-Tab and Control-V and then file number 4 and we'll copy this and Alt-Tab and Control-V and then file number 5 and copy and Alt-Tab and paste and then file number 6 and Control-C, Alt-Tab, Control-V and then file number 7, Control C, Alt Tab, Control V, then file number 8, Control C, Alt Tab, Control V, and then we have to do this one more time for file number 9. So copy the column, go back to the spreadsheet and paste that column. Now we've got all of the data that we need. I'm going to close all of these files. Now, the first thing that we need to do is remove the words United States from all of these headings. So I'll copy that part of the heading, select all the headings and Control H to open up the Find and Replace box. And in the Find What box, I'll paste in the United States part that I just copied, and then we'll replace it with nothing and replace all. And that gets rid of that. The next thing that I need to do is get rid of all of these less than ones because we won't be able to plot those. So I'll select all of the numbers and go back to Find and Replace. And this time in the Find What box, I need to put less than 1 and I'm replacing it with 0 and replace all. And OK and close. Then I also want all of these headings to be numbered. So I'll type the number 1 in here and then hold down Control and click and drag to get the numbers to count up. Then I want to combine these together. So we'll take the number and use an and symbol. And in quotation marks, I'll put a period and a space. Then I'll use another and symbol to join it to the search term. And we'll click and drag that. And now we can actually start plotting the data. So I'll select the first 2 columns and then go to Insert and we'll insert an area chart. I want to change the formatting on this. So I'll double click the Y-axis. And what I want to change is the axis maximum to be 100. Then I don't need this axis anymore, so I'll just delete that. I don't want the grid lines. For the x-axis, I'm going to change this so there's no tick marks and also no labels. Then I'll change the color of this line so it matches my data and also make this a bit thicker. Also, this chart has a grey border around it, so I will remove that. And then I want to change the title. So I want for this to actually be the part with the number. Then we'll select this and I'll change it so that the chart title is centered overlay, which means it will overlap with the plot area. Then select this and drag it into the corner. And I'll format this so the text is the same color as the data, make it bold, make it Arial, and also decrease the font size. Then I want to change the size of this chart so it's much smaller. Now we've got the formatting set up for the first chart, I can make multiple copies of this. So I want to press Ctrl D while I have the chart selected, then move this second chart underneath, and then press Ctrl D again to duplicate the chart, and it will move the same amount downwards. And I will do this multiple times until I have 10 copies. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I will select the second chart and click and drag the data into the next column and also change the heading. And then I'll select the third one and drag it across. And you can see how this is going to go. I'll just keep dragging them all across until I have the data from all of the columns being plotted. Now I can select any one of the charts and press Ctrl A to select all. and we'll go to Shape, Format, and Align everything to the center, and then also distribute everything vertically, just to make sure everything is being lined up. And then I'll group this all together so that I can then move it around as if it were one object. And now I have the chart that I want. We can see the top 10 search terms in the United States in 2025. And we can see that for some of these search terms, they're searched for a lot over a short period of time, whereas others are more spread out throughout the entire year. And we can also see that at different times in the year, different things are being searched for. Okay, so in this video, I have shown you how to make a small multiples area chart in Excel, and that is everything.